Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Amos, and welcome to the Summation Showdown. You might have heard from Samantha in the session before. The Summation program offers apprenticeship opportunities for fresh graduates and students. Our apprentices will get to work on exciting deep tech projects in areas such as AI, Internet of Things, robotics, quantum, and more. We offer 60 impactful projects where you will be closely mentored by passionate industry experts. So here's the really exciting part. As our current summation run 5 draws to a close, we have received many nominations submitted by our mentors and apprentices. We really appreciated your submissions. So many of these were truly heartfelt and sincere. And it was really, really tough for us to shortlist the top 3 best apprentices and mentors. Now, for those of you who are not selected as the top 3, trust us, you definitely did a great job. Now, of the 39 apprentices who have worked very hard with their mentors over the past few months in their attachments, 3 apprentices have done extraordinarily well. Their mentors are here today to convince us why their apprentice should win the Best Apprentice Award. On the other hand, we have 3 super supportive mentors in particular that have shown their dedication and care for their apprentices. So later, we will also have their apprentices to pitch how and why their mentors deserve the Best Mentor Award. So here's how the Summation Showdown will work. You will first hear our mentors pitch for the Best Apprentice, followed by our apprentices pitch for their Best Mentor. So you might be wondering, what are the prizes? What's at stake? The Best Apprentice will win a Nintendo Switch, and the Best Mentor will win a staycation package at the Amara Resorts. Awesome, right? But that's not all. All runner-ups who are nominated will also receive a Keychron wireless mechanical keyboard. We know that you guys love tech gifts. So at the end of the session, you can cast your votes through the link provided to you. And voting will close at 3 p.m. So do remember, that's 3 p.m. Now, who will be the best mentor and best apprentice for our summation program? The decision is in your hands. Let's begin now with 3 mentors pitching for their apprentices. First, we will have Anton from Kyber Networks, followed by Jin Joo from Garuda Robotics, and then we will have Jin Ser from Hashstacs. So over to you now, Anton. You have 3 minutes for your pitching.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anton, and I'm an engineer at Kyber Network. As a quick background, Kyber Network is a blockchain company that has pioneered a liquidity protocol that runs entirely on smart contracts. Smart contracts are essentially self-executing contracts with the terms of the agreement directly written into lines of code. The code and agreements contained therein execute across a distributed and decentralized blockchain network. Our work in Kyber revolves around writing smart contracts to develop a liquidity protocol that allows anyone, whether a user or another application, to contribute or access liquidity in a shared liquidity pool of which powers DeFi applications. DeFi, or decentralized finance, is this idea of having traditional banking services merged with decentralized technologies. And through DeFi, you can access financial services such as borrowing, lending, and so on without the need of a central authority or middleman, all secured by this immutable and decentralized blockchain network. Now, Ryan, Kyber's beloved apprentice, who I had the privilege to work with for the past 3 months, has made a measurable impact on Kyber. Ryan's contribution to Kyber is as varied as his skills. Some of the immediate problems Kyber was facing in its liquidity protocol was bridging liquidity from other liquidity sources, front-running, enabling private transactions for market makers, and impermanent loss for liquidity providers. After hearing about these problems from our engineering team, Ryan took the initiative to dive in headfirst on these problems. He went ahead and reached out to other projects in the blockchain space for advice and did a lot of brainstorming. The main problem he wanted to focus on was how to solve the impermanent loss problem for automated market making smart contracts, also known as AMMs, in our liquidity protocol. Impermanent loss is this idea that quantifies risk versus opportunity cost when you have exposure to 2 uncorrelated assets in an AMM smart contract that essentially market makes for you as smart contract executions happen. In Ryan's 3-month stint in Kyber, he designed and engineered smart contracts, wrote code, wrote tests, explored new development tools, explored other DeFi applications, joined team discussions, integrated other blockchain technologies such as oracles and many, many more. His work became a stepping stone for us to release an enhanced protocol in the near future. I really firmly believe that blockchain technology is not just some buzzword, and that is here to stay and make a significant impact in our lives. And I believe that SG Innovate Summation program celebrates the people who make the world a better place through contributions they make in deep tech. If you believe that blockchain technology will improve our lives, I implore you to vote for Ryan. He'll be one of the pioneers that can drive blockchain technology into a bright future. To Ryan, it was a great pleasure working with you. To SG Innovate, thank you for this opportunity. And to everyone, thank you for hearing me out. And again, please vote for Ryan. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Jin Joo, and I'm the Chief Technology Officer of Garuda Robotics. We build drones and AI technology to solve real-world problems such as this. How can we avoid having building inspectors, many of which in their 50s, scaling the heights of the 10,000 high-rise buildings we have in Singapore, to find surface faults such as cracks, rust, leaks, falling objects, and so on? The first part of the answer is a flying camera. Drones can take many pictures of all the surfaces, given the building's plan and autonomous flight capabilities. The second part of the answer is AI, and it came in the form of our intern extraordinaire, Lim Seung-Jie. By the time Seung-Jie started as a Summation apprentice, he impressed me by his very quick ability to pick up from the basic prototype built by his team, who is the head of the AI engineering team. We were racing against time to complete 29 different classes of defects specified by the Building Construction Authority of Singapore, who has mandated that all buildings 20 years or older above 13 meters be fully inspected, preferably by drones and AI. As defects are very hard to come by, and drone flights are only possible on very selected HDB-approved buildings, the duo worked very hard to get labels from the consultants, to feed the computer vision models, fighting the whole garbage in, garbage out issue faced by all the CB teams. Now, Seung-Jie appreciated that in our world, data labels come from people, experts of their domain, and not generated by machines. As such, he was willing to step up and to communicate with our partners and customers to get good labels. Now, keep in mind, this was all done at home in the midst of the pandemic. Then came the bomb. Barely halfway through his internship, his team lead decided to call it quits, and he received an offer to pursue his PhD. Now, as the company was not able to afford and turn around another senior AI person at that point, all the work, including the running of the whole AI engineering team, fell onto Seung-Jie's shoulders himself. Seung-Jie took it in stride, not only to continue keeping the team functioning, he completed the required models ahead of schedule. As a first-year undergraduate in engineering sciences and 3 weeks to spend his internship, he even requested to learn programming from another senior developer in his team and ended up building the first iteration of a desktop Electron app in JavaScript by this last day. And by the end of his internship, we only managed to recruit the next data science intern. So Seung-Jie spent his days and nights, even after the end of his internship, to mentor and guide the new intern. Seung-Jie is a quiet person, but his actions have spoken so loudly that even from the comforts of his secret lab chair at home, that it reverberates throughout our organization. It is only apt that we nominate him for the Best Summation Apprentice Award, because all the resumes, all the HackerRank tests, all the interviews can only get you so far. To have this level of maturity and kindness is what all mentors look for in an apprentice. Thank you for the privilege to work with you.
My name is Jin Ser, and I'm the Solutions Architect Director at Hashstacs. Hashstacs is a Singapore fintech development company providing enterprise blockchain solutions for the capital markets industry. Our technology, the Stacks blockchain protocol, and associated business applications are being used by investment banks, custodian banks, stock exchanges, asset managers, and brokers for the trade lifecycle management of bonds, exchange-traded derivatives, and structured products. Now, for the Summation program, we wanted our apprentice to be able to build out a smart tool using machine learning AI models that can help detect fraudulent transactions or suspicious transactions on our blockchain network. So some of the high-level tasks that was in scope included things like understanding the business requirements from our clients, translating them into technical specifications, gathering the initial data for building out and training the model, designing and building out the ML AI model on the cloud, and lastly, as a bonus for our apprentice, a nice UI for his own school project demos and also for his resume. So as you can see, the skill sets that we expected is not just technical skills, but also encompasses understanding of the core business. As our target market is capital markets, which is an enterprise space, it is not easy for a student to pick up the nuances of the industry and be able to translate them into technical requirements. So how do we know that Suhan is the best apprentice? This is something that he was able to perform really well because he was easily able to pick up the business aspects of the capital markets industry. And because he is internally highly motivated and capable of learning new skills quickly with very minimal guidance, he was able to take an open-ended research task, achieve its intended outcome, and not only that, went beyond to deliver to our company's business needs and our clients' needs. So we really appreciate his holistic approach to solving problems. And it was not just task that was in scope, where we note that his code was very well written. He always passed my code review with very few corrections. He's also open to feedback on his design. And he went beyond scope to actually design an automated ML pipeline that we could actually deploy for our other fintech products as well. So beyond that, he also went ahead to create and implement a backend and front-end application that integrated with his model, essentially creating a full stack product demo that could be used by business users to demonstrate the value of machine learning on our blockchain. Suhan, as an all-rounder, was also able to present his product, the full stack product, to a non-technical audience, which essentially is our sales and BD team. And our BD team really got the value of the ML features that he has built and how it can apply to other fintech products under our belt to benefit our clients. So most importantly, this work that he has done with us can be applied and integrated to some of our products to provide additional business value for institutional clients. So in conclusion, we really appreciate his commitment to work, especially during the COVID period where he was working remotely 100% of the time. It cannot be easy working remotely, and it has been my pleasure to work with such a bright and outstanding young Singaporean. And we wish him all the best. So I hope everyone can vote for Suhan.
Wow, so those were our mentors who were pitching for their apprentices. Sounds like they really did a really good job. So here's a look at all three of them. You have Ryan here, Sheng Jie and Suan, and these are the people that you'll be voting for. So yeah, do remember those names. If you already have an idea of who you want to vote for, I'm sure you can click on it real soon later. Okay, so now let's proceed with the program. We will have our three apprentices who will be pitching for their mentors. Okay, we will start with Guan Hao from Resync, Ryan, our apprentice with Kyber Network, and then we will have Suhan from Hashstacs. So you guys have 3 minutes. Over to you now, Guan Hao.
Hi everyone, I'm Guan Hao from Resync, and I nominated Dr. Jantika, co-founder of Resync, for the Best Mentor Award. Firstly, I'll talk a bit about my company, Resync, and what I do as a data science intern. At Resync, we build data-driven, cloud-based smart energy solutions with services like generation and demand management for smart buildings and cities. So what I do as an intern is on the demand management side, and I have mainly been working on the open research problem of non-intrusive load monitoring. Through this research problem, I get to explore and implement new ideas and different state-of-the-art machine learning algorithms, and even come up with my own as well. I also have the opportunity to learn new skills like data visualization with Plotly and Dash, as well as product deployment using cloud services. Throughout my internship journey, my mentor has been very encouraging and has been supportive on both my personal and professional growth, in that I can express and implement my ideas, which allow me to feel a sense of belonging to the company. Secondly, she emphasizes most on why we are doing what we are doing. Having an understanding of what the company does is crucial so that our work and contributions are in line with the company's mission. Also, she encourages us to always be questioning ourselves. Is the solution scalable? Is it feasible? Is it cost-effective? If the model fails, what went wrong and why? It is really an eye-opener in university. Our focus is really more on just completing the task at hand, but in a business setting, we're exposed to how a whole startup business works from start to end, and that we also need to ensure that our solutions are tailored towards our clients' needs. Lastly, my mentor makes an effort in knowing each employee, including me, through scheduled one-on-one sessions. She emphasizes on how communication is really key, so that we understand each other's perspectives and that our team's work progress is right on track. Her famous quote to me is, "No question is a dumb question." And this really prompts me to be more vocal in asking questions and sharing my ideas. Knowing that there's always emotional support and being able to work in such a positive and encouraging environment is really what keeps me and everyone going. It is truly a one-of-a-kind opportunity, and I'm really grateful to embark on this internship journey with my mentor and my team. I also like to take this opportunity to thank co-founder Amir, lead data scientist Jia Jun, and the rest of my team for all the support, advice, and memories working together. I hope you vote for my mentor, Dr. Jantika, for the Best Summation Mentor Award. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ryan, and I'm a student at Yale and US College. And over the summer, I was a Summation apprentice at Kyber Network, where I worked on and researched smart contracts for decentralized finance. So today, I'll be pitching for Anton Buenavista for the Best Mentor Award. So I'll begin by sharing about Kyber and my experience there. Kyber Network is a liquidity protocol which aims to connect both liquidity providers and liquidity takers in a decentralized manner, using the blockchain to facilitate that transaction. It was one of the earliest companies and protocols to really be built on the Ethereum blockchain, and it facilitates the price discovery of any digital currency on the blockchain. One key aspect is that it serves as one of the key infrastructure layers for really the decentralized finance ecosystem as a whole, which aims to, as Anton put it so succinctly, to sort of take the services of a bank and place it on the blockchain. So when I was there, I was researching to various privacy preserving protocols, and in the end, I worked on a solution for reducing impermanent loss in automated market-making smart contracts. This got me into contact with writing smart contracts in Solidity, which is code hosted on the blockchain, in the Ethereum blockchain, that can execute autonomously and interact both with users and other programs, and even other smart contracts. So due to the COVID situation, most days consisted of working from home. But Anton and Desmond, my other teammates, were always really supportive and available to me through Telegram. Although it was a medium-sized company with about 50 staff, my immediate team size was very small, which made it a very intimate learning experience. So let me share with you today about why I think that Anton should be the best mentor. So right away, from the get-go, when I have entered into the company, he fully understood that I was working in a new domain where he had more experience, 5 years or more of experience, and he pitched it as an adventure and a learning journey for me. He kept this frame for the apprenticeship throughout, that it was all about facilitating my learning in the blockchain world, guiding me in my research of privacy preserving protocols and my development of these smart contracts. He was available for guidance and closely mentored me throughout the internship. We had twice weekly scheduled one-on-ones, which were a great chance for me to ask any questions I had and clarify my doubts. Additionally, he made me part of the Kyber community. He invited me to many lively Telegram groups with discussions late into the evening. And when I was there, my team actually brought me out to Hotpot twice during and after my time there, which is like pretty sweet, yeah. So I think I was really fortunate to be paired with Anton because he's really knowledgeable about blockchain and he was willing to share this knowledge with me, kind of like a modern day Prometheus, right? So even in the COVID-19 period, where many other internships may have been disrupted heavily, Anton always made me feel very much at home and treated me as a friend while giving me a lot of guidance, having great team meals whenever we could meet. Any requests I had to improve my experiences, he would immediately seize upon that. For example, pair programming together or sharing resources that I might find interesting. So today I want to wrap up by saying, please vote for Anton, as I know everyone would love to have a mentor who cares about their growth and takes actions to prove that. So please vote for Anton Buenavista for the Best Summation Mentor Award. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Suhan. My summation experience was with Hashstacs, working with Jin Ser, who spoke just now as well. In Hashstacs, we create blockchain solutions for the capital markets, and my project was to build a full-stack application for a particular financial use case, incorporating data analytics and machine learning to flag out fraudulent transactions to be used on top of our Stacks blockchain solution. I'm here because through my 17 weeks of apprenticeship with Hashtags, my mentor Jin Ser guided me really well, and I would like to nominate him as the best mentor. And what I have appreciated the most was that Jin actually gave me a lot of creative potential and flexibility in the project that I really wanted to do. And he was open to let me learn the skills that I wanted to pick up and take away after this internship. This really allowed me to learn how to design and build applications, and also to dive into the things that I wanted to learn. For example, I was interested to explore building full-stack applications and machine learning on the cloud. And Jin actually followed through to help me more than just verbal guidance. For example, he has actively recommended and signed me up for AWS machine learning courses to learn about how to best use the machine learning platform in AWS. And whatever that I had experienced and learned, he allowed me to carry it forward into my future by having something to show. For example, for the machine learning in AWS that I had learned about, Jin gave me a chance to write a tech article to be published on our company website so that my experience was shared not only with the team, but to other interested parties as well. Also, the dashboard prototype that has been deployed onto the cloud for the business development team in Hashstacs, so it allows them to use it for future sales and use cases, and which really gave me a sense of ownership and satisfaction in my work. Even though his schedule was very packed every day, Jin would always find the time whenever I wanted to consult on my progress and give me directions so that I won't be lost. Also, he has always spared time to share his wealth of experiences in broad areas, such as how to gather business requirements, how to design applications, and how to deploy solutions on the cloud. And having had deep industry experience in his previous roles, to me, these were very insightful points, which made my work a lot easier and efficient. And so through this complete experience, I felt that I took away much more than what a normal 4 months internship would have been. And for that, I really appreciate my mentor, Jin Ser. Thank you. And I really hope that everyone viewing this could vote for my mentor. So yes, vote for Jin Ser. Thank you very much.
Wow, so it sounds like our Summation apprentices thoroughly enjoyed themselves, especially with the help of their mentors. And their work as a Summation apprentice really does create impact across the different deep tech sectors. It's heartening to hear that despite COVID-19, our Summation mentors have gone over and beyond to give our apprentices a holistic experience. Right, so now let's have a look at the 3 mentors that are in running for the Best Mentor Award, as well as the Best Apprentices. So you'll see on the screen the 6 people in running. Now you've heard their pitches, and it is also time to vote. How exciting! So the link to the voting page with details on who you can cast a vote for will be showed at the top of the screen. You'll see on the top, and so please do click on it. Vote for the Best Mentor and Apprentice. All right, while all of you are starting to vote or already doing so, just a quick announcement that we will close voting by 3 p.m. So if you want your friends or anybody to join in the event and vote, do it quick before 3 p.m. All right, let's have a quick look at the current results. I believe I can have the polling results that's on interim right now. Wow, Sheng Jie is leading by quite a bit. We have Ryan as well, and Suhan is slowly climbing up. I just saw it just went from 9% to 10%. Right, even though Sheng Jie is still holding the majority of votes at the moment, as you can see, the votes just shifted quite a bit again, dramatically. So we will be looking at the poll results again later. And just remember that polling will close at 3 p.m. We are still quite early into the votes. So, okay, now let's look at the polling for the Best Mentor. And it seems rather balanced, actually. In particular, we have Dr. Jantika and our mentor, Anton, who was just pitching with us just now. So those two are in the lead as well. Jin Ser was climbing just by a bit. So yes, as I've just mentioned, we are still quite early into the poll. We have till 3 p.m. If you think you can bring anyone to come in and vote for the mentor or apprentice that you have just pitched for, you have until 3 p.m. So yeah, that was just a quick look at the poll. If you want to be part of the exciting Summation journey, find out more about our deep tech projects that we have on our programs. You can head off to the Jobs tab at the top and browse through the full list. If you're also here interested in hiring apprentices, or you want to find out more about how your company can be involved in the Summation program as well, do visit our booth today and speak to any of our SG Innovate representatives. So for those who have not yet collected the scavenger hunt letter for this session, you now have the 9th letter Y. So a hint for the scavenger hunt, you may want to visit our SG Innovate booth and have a chat with us. Right, the next webinars will be starting at 1 p.m. So there will be Power Up Robotics and You at Auditorium 1. And you have Introduction to Artificial Intelligence, Kickstart Your Career in AI. So these workshops are free for you to view. Do come in and check out what are the skills in demand right now. So that will be happening at 1 p.m. Click onto the Programs tab on the menu bar above and choose between the programs that you wish to join. So before we close off today's session, we have 2 short video clips of our alumni of the Summation program, as they will be sharing about how their apprenticeship provided them a stepping stone to a successful deep tech career. Do enjoy, and we will see you in the following tracks. Thank you.
My name is Kang Hui Yang. I am 26 this year. I study at NTU, doing a degree in mathematical sciences. I've always liked mathematics. Even when I was as young as primary school, I try and read up on advanced topics like algebra. It's something that I enjoy. I like math because it is actually present everywhere. The applications are very, very vast. Everything is backed by math, everything is powered by math. So if you take an example of the camera, so how digital images are shown are actually different pixel intensities value of 3 planes, green, blue and red. After O-levels, I went to JC for 1 year and I left the school after promos because I thought that a poly route would suit me better. However, after I went to poly, I mixed with the wrong crowd. I didn't study hard. So I've always dreamed of having a career in mathematics. Without a degree in mathematics, it's difficult to go into such fields. So during my first year in army, I decided to take A-levels so that I can enter university to study mathematics. I heard about the Summation program through a school email blast. The program promised to post us to one of the good startups in Singapore where we will be tutored on things in the deep tech scene. And that really motivated me to apply because it was a good chance to learn more and actually get a chance to apply what I learned in school. I always thought that application would be easier. However, these 6 months of internship has taught me otherwise. When I was working at Tiger, I realized that there were many engineering problems that had to be solved before we can apply theoretical concepts that sounded very easy on paper, but are actually very difficult in real life.
My name is Jin. I'm the head of project delivery. So for the mentees, we've always put them through very technical, very deep tech projects, and they are actually helping us quite a bit in terms of the R&D side of Tiger, right? Using, for example, some of the latest technologies to work on real-world problems, right? So Hui Yang has always been very selfless. He has always been guiding them through project. So I think the most important and the most common traits among all of them is that the open mind. You do not know your limits, which is great because that's where you can really grow, and not just technically but also in terms of what the business needs. How do you bring a solution to the problems that is put to you.
What do I do in my free time? I read up on math. During my 3rd year, I received an email from the school to ask for assistance. So there was a freshman coming in who was visually impaired. He needed help because it's difficult to understand some of the more graphical concepts. So I volunteered to help him. I think this was a very interesting experience because despite the difficulties, this visually impaired student actually fought hard, strove to do better than his peers, and I heard that he's actually doing above average in his results. For students that are entering the deep tech field, the most important thing that companies are looking out for nowadays are experiences. So I would suggest you get your hands dirty, find a personal project that you would like to do, perhaps on Kaggle or any competition you come across. In the future, I hope to be able to work with more mathematical concepts, to use mathematics to help and grow the AI field.
Hi, my name is Carly and I'm 24 this year. I studied law at University of Oxford before doing a Master's of Science in Business Analytics at Columbia University.
My name is Yap Han Ho. I am 27 and I study theoretical physics at the National University of Singapore. At Entropica Labs, I implement quantum and quantum-inspired algorithms to solve optimization problems of industrial relevance.
At Blockpunk, I'm currently working on a classification project, which basically involves using machine learning to classify anime merchandise by title and by product. The startup culture at my company is pretty good. We actually have quite a diverse team of people, and that adds an element of fun to your work experiences.
My startup experience here has been amazing so far. I get to collaborate with industrial partners and work on optimization problems together. They allow us to conduct research independently. I feel like it is precisely this confidence that urges me to work harder to deliver results to them.
My mentor actually graduated with a PhD in computer science from Yale, and he's actually very, very helpful without being overly prescriptive. So that sort of guidance is actually very, very useful to young software engineers. The Summation program actually allows for great networking opportunities with other software engineers from different industries. Whereas if you worked in just a startup alone, you might only get to network with your own team.
I would definitely recommend the Summation program to my peers because of the diverse choices that it offers.